And it's time again for another edition of the Rebound Kentucky, an effort by LEX18 and our parent company Scripps to help give you the resources you need to bounce back from the coronavirus. Even in a pandemic, it's hard to escape scams. This year alone, 52,000 Americans have already filed complaints with the Federal Trade Commission over fraud related to COVID-19. And one major scam cropping up right now has to do with online shopping and masks. Learn more about how to protect yourself from this threat in this edition of The Rebound. As businesses are opening up, scammers are keeping their feet on the gas.
The scams related to coronavirus have not let up.
Americans are reporting losses of nearly $40 million in relation to COVID-19 scams. And yes, unfortunately, Heather Clary with the Better Business Bureau says Kentucky is not immune.
Although people are in a different frame of mind, people have more urgency to what they need.
So here are some tips to protect yourself, specifically if you're shopping for any of that coveted PPE like masks or hand sanitizer. Tip 1. If buying online, pinpoint where the company is located and make sure it's in the U.S.
People continue to search for hard-to-get items, and they're going to the internet. That's your main go-to. And the problem lies in that they're ordering masks, hand sanitizers, all sorts of things like that from websites that they don't know where the company is located.
If the company is based overseas and they scam you, there's a good chance you'll lose your money and you'll never see that product. Tip number 2, avoid shopping on links via social media sites. As with sites overseas, make absolutely sure there's a way to contact the company other than just an email address.
That's a red flag, because if they're not answering your emails, you're not going to hear from them.
Tip 3, check out the business on bbb.org.
See what sort of a BBB profile it has. Does it have a good customer experience record? If the only way they're going to let you pay is PayPal or wiring money, that's a red flag.
Not as common, but still being reported, scams involving at-home COVID-19 tests or even stimulus payment scams. Situations where people have received fraudulent links to checks on their phones or social media. Which brings us to tip 4. Stick to credible, known websites for your COVID-19 information.
The CDC, the FDA, Kentucky's COVID-19 website, all of that information there, or your own medical provider.
And finally, tip 5, when it comes to coronavirus scams, help the Better Business Bureau help others and report the scams to bbb.org/scam tracker.
Don't believe everything you see on the internet. Just because it looks legit doesn't mean it is. And if you lose your money to somebody that's overseas, you may not get it back.
Words to live by, global pandemic or not. And you can find more information from the Better Business Bureau and about the Rebound Kentucky online at lex18.com/rebound. That includes resources about getting back to work, making ends meet, and our previous stories. Just go to lex18.com, again, /rebound.